Hello, future me here, who is doing the editing. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all of that fun stuff. Don't forget to stay safe, and yeah. So, Baba Yaga. Here's my first impressions on her and some gameplay from a couple days ago. This is not exactly the highest quality gameplay. I think this is like second or third game of her. So please bear that in mind. Hope you enjoyed the video.
You are nutty. Nice job.
Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is a rather interesting release in Smite. I've gotten into the habit of not releasing videos of new gods, and the reason for this is really simple. I get the first impressions, but sometimes they change, and then my opinion has changed, and I didn't feel like those videos were sort of useful, but now there's a lot to go over Baba Yaga, and I feel like we probably should make a video on her. So, I've only played a handful of games with her. I've not got her to Diamond yet. I probably will do eventually. But I'm not really enjoying her, so it might take a bit longer than anything else, and I also need to play ranked. Anyway, enough excuses, let's get straight into the video. So she's a rather defensive mage with random abilities. This honestly is going to be the difficult part about her, because you don't know what you're going to get with her, and what you get with her completely changes how you play. All her buffs are really defensive though, and I mean like they're really defensive, which has got me leaning towards playing her in solo lane. The problem though is that if you compare her to other battle mages, she lacks the early pressure, and you never know what you're quite going to get with regards to her spells, so she is somewhat difficult to play in solo because you're playing a very passive lane, and she doesn't do very well from what I've seen so far into a lot of the top solo lanes, and she struggles, which makes me wonder and think that maybe she isn't designed for Conquest. And I feel like she really is not balanced around Conquest at all, if I'm being particularly honest with you. But aside from that, let's go over her abilities. So her one, I feel, is really clunky and awkward. Most of this comes down to the fact that it's really random, and it has like low damage attached to it. It also changes shape too, so it can be pretty difficult to make effective use about it. Her passive, although a lot of people have been saying, hey, you should build stacks on her, I've been leaning towards just using it generally as a heal, because I feel like stacking is probably not the way to go on her. I honestly feel like Baba Yaga's a solo laner, and I feel like she's a hybrid mage, a battle mage is what I call them, and I feel like that's probably where she needs to go. The problem though is she's really defensive. Her randomness honestly hinders her defensiveness, and she is somewhat still clunky to play. Her 1 has an animation time on it that's slow-ish. Her 2 can be pretty slow too. Her 3 is also slow and honestly really weird and awkward, although I think currently right now it's probably her best ability, and it feels honestly fine outside of the fact that it slows down and then speeds up, which is just weird. And I mean, it literally slows you down and then speeds up. However, it is complete and utter doo-doo. As an ability, you're basically just becoming a giant, like, sitting target. And its damage is good, but it's really difficult to apply that damage. It's also sort of difficult to apply the damage with regards to the 1-2, again, because of the randomness. So we have a mage which is random, difficult to apply damage on, really defensive abilities in general, and it's honestly pretty awkward to play. I'm honestly struggling to understand like what Baba Yaga needs in order to make her better, because her kit and her design inherently is honestly going to be really difficult to balance her, and it is going to be difficult to balance her. I don't feel like she's a mid laner at all. I feel like she is like just they're pointing you towards solo lane, but she lacks sustain that is reliable. and she also lacks the like pressure, as well as the randomness on her buffs means that she is just unreliable. So we have an unreliable defensive battle mage, and she's honestly weird. She really is. Do I like her? A little bit. She can be fun, but honestly, I'm not a huge fan of her like balance and her style. Mainly because I know this is gonna sound really bad, but other characters do what Baba Yaga does better. They're more reliable, they have more pressure, and they're just stronger. I feel like Baba Yaga would be a lot better if a lot of characters were a lot weaker. Which leads me to believe that she might slightly, just slightly, and with a couple quality of life adjustments, be underpowered. But yeah, those are my thoughts and feelings on Baba Yaga. I feel like her ult needs a complete like change. The designers have basically said they don't want to have anything that doesn't have counterplay attached to it, but given how we have lots of abilities in this game that are giant, massive abilities that are easy to hit, I don't buy into that argument that much. And if that is going to be the case, you're going to have to go for and rebalance a lot of characters, and haven't done that yet. So yeah. Anyway, there's my thoughts on Baba Yaga. I do like her. I'm not going to be playing her in mid. I probably will be just playing her in solo lane, but she is really awkward and difficult to use right now, and I can't think of a reason why you want to play her, and how to fit her onto a team. So she's just literally going to be my fun casual mage that I pull out randomly, I guess, and I build hybrid and tanky on. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time. Yeah, bye for now.
Which way?
Why am I so good at the game?
Ghosts.